Hey everyone,
Hello.
it's Angela.
And Douglas.
We're back again with another cruising video to help you plan for your cruise. A lot of you are joining us for our wedding cruise next year in October. We're a little under a year away.
Yes, we are.
So we're doing these short videos for you guys to help prepare for your trip. Again, a lot of people that are cruising with us will be first-time cruisers, and we're just hoping that this eases your mind with taking your first cruise. We hope to get you as prepared as possible. Okay, so today's topic is
food. That glorious food that they serve on the cruise ship.
Yes, everybody loves food, especially on a cruise ship because it is abundant. Mm-hmm. I know a lot of people are on special diets or have dietary needs. Do not worry. The cruise has many, many options for you to choose from, and we're going to go over those options with you today. We're also going to talk about our favorite foods on the ship.
Yes, we are.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and start. Your first option is the regular buffet, and that changes out pretty much every meal.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And that's more like carving stations and just your regular typical food. And again, it will change out every day.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Then you have a deli station, a pizza station. You have the option of brunch on sea days, and that's in the main dining room. You also have a kid-friendly brunch called Green Eggs and Ham, and that's like a Dr. Seuss theme. It's a $5 upcharge, but it looks really fun. Again, you have the main dining room, and then on certain days, at least once a cruise, they try to do a tea time. And then I'll let Douglas tell you about the other options.
Yeah, so pretty much also on the deck that we'll see is, of course, you'll have a Guy's Burger joint. You'll definitely have a Blue Iguana that pretty much specializes in tacos, burritos, that kind of fare. On the times you'll have the Lido Deck party buffet. For those that staying up a little bit later for that time. Of course, you'll have a salad bar. You'll have a candy shop that's on deck. There's also a place where you can get like milkshake, coffees, and even desserts on as well. And of course, you have your regular drink bars that are scattered all over the ship.
Oh, yes. Let's talk about the Lido Deck. The Lido Deck is where you have most of your food options. That's also where the specialty food joints are, like Guy's Burgers and the Blue Iguana. Again, a Blue Iguana is more of a Mexican theme. I know they have an excellent taco salad. They have burritos. They even serve breakfast. A lot of people don't realize that, but they do breakfast burritos and different kinds of more of a Mexican-filled breakfast, which is nice. Now, the Lido Deck is open 24 hours, but different stations are open. Depending on the hours. Pretty much the pizza, I feel like the pizza and the deli station are open pretty much 24 hours.
We forgot about the ice cream.
Oh, right. There's also an ice cream station. So the ice cream station, the pizza station, and the deli station, I think are open 24 hours. I know Guy's Burgers and Blue Iguana are open the majority of the time.
Good.
And then I would say during your normal dining hours will be your regular buffet. The main dining room is only open for brunch on sea days. And then, of course, every evening for dinner is the main dining room.
Okay. And, of course, the option we didn't have a chance to do, of course, on there is, of course, the dine-in service,
Right, so you can also
you can order from your cabin.
Right, so you could order from your room.
Room service.
Yes, room service. And I know with the room service they give you limited options of what is available for free 24 hours a day. Then there's an upcharge on other options. So for example, if you just wanted like a grilled cheese sandwich and some fries, that's going to be free at any time. But if you wanted like more of like a chicken dinner or a steak dinner, then there would be like maybe like a $10 upcharge for something like that.
And they would definitely list it in their room service menus that they actually have in your cabin.
Right. So you could also do. We've never done room service. least I haven't.
Yeah.
Have you done it on a cruise?
The only thing I've done was just for the breakfast.
Breakfast.
One thing, we hang for the breakfast early in the morning on some cruise experiences, but
Let's talk about the main dining room options.
yes.
Can you tell us the difference between like anytime dining and early dining?
Okay, you got there's actually 3 options: the early dining, the late dining, and what they call my time dining. My time dining is a very large window that you can just walk in, say it's your my time, they'll seat you to a table that's available. It may not be the same table that you did on the last dining thing, but it'll still be a table.
Right. So, for example, you won't necessarily have the same servers because you won't be sitting at the same table. You may be sat alone as a couple, or you may be put with a group. Typically, you're sat more alone in the anytime dining.
Pretty much, yes.
And I've noticed when we've done it in the past where we've had to actually stand in line and wait, they'll give you a little pager.
Yes.
Like you would get like at an Outback or place like that where, it lights up. They'll give you a little pager when your table is ready. But with the
early dining and the late dining
or the late dining, you just walk right in and sit down. And after the first night, you know where your table is at all times, and you know who your servers are at all times. I kind of prefer that. Also because I like to dine with a group. I like to hear about people's day, what they did on the ship.
Yes.
That sort of thing.
That's a great experience itself right there.
So if you're more social, you may want to pick the late or early dining. But if you want to be more romantic or just be with your partner or your friend, and you just need some more privacy, then I would do anytime dining. Or also depending on your excursions. If you feel like you have a lot of different excursions that will be pushing it for you to come back, you might want to do late dining or anytime dining. We always pretty much do early dining. You don't have a problem.
Yeah.
And actually for our wedding, we have chosen early dining. Okay, so if you're joining us, please join us with early dining. Okay, now we're going to go over our favorites. My favorites are, for breakfast, I like the steak and eggs during brunch on sea days. I like Guy's Burger for lunch, the prime rib in the main dining room, and the chocolate melting cake. You know what I forgot to put on here was appetizer. Oh, there's so many good appetizers. That's hard to choose. What kind of appetizer do you like?
The favorite I had on my list was the strawberry bisque, which is a cold soup, but it just hits the spot for me.
I'm going to say shrimp cocktail, but it's a little small. And this brings me to another point where you can order more than one appetizer in the main dining room. You can order more than one entree if you want in the main dining room. So don't be afraid to order. Typically, we'll get what's considered 2 appetizers. So we'll get something more like the shrimp cocktail or the strawberry bisque plus a salad. And a salad is considered an appetizer. And I believe they typically have a kale salad.
Greek salad.
A Greek salad.
Is an option.
Oh, Greek salad is not every day.
Oh, that's not every day. You're right.
Right. That's just on certain days. It's Greek salad. I think every day they have the Caesar salad, and like their regular house salad is an everyday choice.
Exactly.
So we typically get a salad and an appetizer.
Yes.
And then an entree and a dessert. And then they also offer you after dinner drink, like liqueurs. That is an upcharge. So be careful about that.
Yes.
Unless you're on the unlimited drinks.
And unless they serve it in nice little shot glasses.
Right.
And you could, once you have it, you can keep your shot glass. So
actually, it's really cool. I did one on the last cruise
very
where
nice, actually.
they will give you a collector's shot glass. So it's really not that bad of a deal. So if there's something you really want to taste or do, then go ahead and get that, because it is not a bad deal, because you do get to keep the glass, the shot glass. And then Douglas is going to go ahead and talk about his.
So like I said, the appetizer I liked was the strawberry bisque on the experience. My favorite sea day brunch item was the not blueberry, chocolate chip pancakes. Of course, for lunch, the Guys Burgers is just top notch for their burgers, and of course fries. So, for the dinner, I enjoy the penny pasta, which is nice. Nice pasta with some seafood items. That's grilled seafood items that's served on the plate, like shrimp and scallops, for example. And of course, I always like the chocolate melting cake. When I had that too, but my favorite one for this trip was what they call the s'more sorbet, which is pretty much sounds like it is just like chocolate, marshmallow, just like the typical stuff you find with s'mores, just in a just a whole little sorbet pudding type cup, which was just delicious.
Yes. Okay. You want to talk about anything else, baby?
I think we covered what we liked. We covered what's on there.
If you have any questions about the food on the cruise, please give us, please contact us, and we will definitely answer it.
Yes, and of course, I think they can let you call ahead for any kind of dietary options. That's possible. So.
Oh, one other thing that we need to talk about is the upcharges in the main dining room.
Yes.
This particular boat does not have the steakhouse as a lot of the other
bigger ships.
The bigger ships have, but they do have the steakhouse options for an upcharge. So you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yes. So you will actually see it on your dinner menu, but there's like 4 different options. One of them includes, of course, the surf and turf, which is like, I think it was a lobster tail, I believe.
Lobster tail and a filet mignon.
Yep. And of course, filet mignon is its own little option too. And anyways, but these will run be $20 each for that option. So if you definitely want to have a taste of something really above from the steakhouse options, it's definitely worth trying at least one from there.
I would say on your entree options, there's usually a steak of some sort. Yes. That's also very good. So you don't really have to do any of the upcharges, but on a few cruises, we've done it once or twice, and it has been very good. It's typically like $25 upcharge for the steak.
Like $20.
$20 upcharge?
$20.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
For the filet mignon, for sure.
Mm-hmm. What about the steak and lobster?
That's a 20.
Also 20?
Yeah, the $20 option's there.
Okay, so $20 upcharge. But definitely try that if it's in your budget, it's worth getting. Mm-hmm. Their steaks are excellent. And actually, I know their steakhouses have won many awards from all the cruise lines. So they do have some of the better steaks on board. But if you're a healthier eater, there are fish options. There's vegetarian options. I believe there was even vegan options.
I believe there were.
Mm-hmm. So just let your server know, and they'll take care of you. Mm-hmm. Okay. We now have about 10 or so videos in our collection. So go to our channel on YouTube. It's called Angela Douglas. To refer back to any of these videos when it gets closer to the cruise. All right. See you guys. We love you. Bye.
Bye.